players now or more on the crop of players or to performing with new coach. Also go to my about 0543736700. You can also join the chat or the conversation on YouTube, Chairman TV GH. We'll be to subscribe for now what enjoy programs now on this international TV platform, Chairman TV. So I think so. In before Akasa Kwabena Yaboa, Sebekaya, no GBC, and I say GTV, a sports, a journalist, and Kasa Kesia Power Ghana, or some so a community adult and committee member, or GFA or can't ET, or ET, Nasempa, into Onosa Kasa, so only Yanka Pusia Pianes and Kedenaba, Umina, Ebiti, or Moon Sem, we are ECT. This simply no young call, Nayan share a coach. Ya pamano the records na maka eho asem GFA for say performance no very poor. This is it. Coach to Adu as a second stint as Ghanaian coach. Not just say on to me and performing ye in record 22 games and our boy he has played 22 games and he has won only 8. So 8 wins, 5 draws, 9 losses, 35 goals scored. 28 conceded, not to say I share 28 Tiano and a few points no 29 and I wait to me so far. People compare a very bad waiting for performance we and World Cup and Koyashi. Others said magic could happen, but still others are saying he's not a real coach for Ghana. Intino ene me know about home come also I don't share about. You can also send your message or you can call when the time is due and also contribute to the show. Is it good that we sack him? Are we prepared to pay the amount of money you are supposed to pay? And who do you expect to come? Because Kwabena Yaboa there or say Kayama is appear Emra Coach Ghana. Now Ibinum so mentioning other coaches, Coach Harvey and others. So by this Ibinum say Morino Munina or Uncle for Mamla and World Cup they are qualified there. Ibinisika, the coach. Now, Ibinum so say a players no and a omo enya de yamfa and twenty. Now, so indeed, sir, then Ibinum account because the performance in the base South Korea for a Shayan, Japan for Shayan, Austria for Shayan 5-1, Germany so 4 so Shayan 2-1. That is international federation as a medical cano and Koye Amano Kwa. Yanko so. Na yenhwe dia mpanyifo binimo aka afa ho Kwabena Yaboa yenti nsema waka afa ho for a new coach no so coach adu de 2 yempam na manonko but we need another new coach like ye fianka sa ye hu nipa akwesi apia o bon hu mode ewo sudan ho no yenhwe nsema on waka afa ho.
Pereira.
Yes.
A very good friend of Ghana. And Carlos Alberto Pereira had led South Africa, he had led Brazil to win the World Cup in 2002. And so he was a household name. And South Africans believe that with Alberto Pereira, who had led Brazil to win the World Cup, they were going to make a huge impact as they hosted the World Cup. You know, so they bargained, and the fee they paid at the time was $350,000 a month. Go and check. Carlos Alberto Pereira in 2007, 2008. And I kicked against it. I thought it made absolutely no sense. Because, see, I hear almost every Ghanaian talk about coach. Kim, footballers play football, not coaches. Coaches play a role. They are important, but not decisive. If your materials are not good enough, no coach in the world can turn things around. They make an impact, but not that decisive. Carlos Alberto Pereira, I remember when he was employed, I made the point that, listen, the Brazilian team that he led to win the World Cup commanded players like Dida, who at the time was like the best goalkeeper in the world. They had Cafu on the right side, if you remember. They had Roberto Carlos on the left side. They have Dunga, the captain of the side in the middle. They have Lucio, who was in top shape. They had Rivaldo, Ronaldo. I mean, you can go on and on. Ronaldinho was in the form of his life. Why weren't they going to win? Yes, the coach played a part, but the materials were super. So fast forward, he took the team, and I questioned the wisdom in that. It's not like I'm not in favor of so-called top-notch coach, but I'm saying that they are limited if the materials are not good enough. They are not world-class. So he came The Bafana came to Ghana in 2008, played in the Africa Cup of Nations. They were kicked out in the first round. I remember when he was employed, a coach in South Africa asked whether Alberto Pereira was going to manufacture players or was just going to use the players in South Africa. They were kicked out in the first round, and then they said, oh, he had just come. Give him time, he's going to prepare the team for the World Cup. Long story short, World Cup, they were kicked out in the first round. So let's be very, very careful raising expectations. You know, coach is there, applied. The FA president is scanning, and yesterday I had a private conversation with him, and he says in the next week, they should be announcing a team, but whoever they settle on would be tied into what conversation they have with the Ministry of Sport, because they are going to pay. So if everybody says go for a top-notch coach, and I know Kurt is obsessed with heavy renowned. Whether it's going to be available or not, I can't tell. But
okay, right. Matidi, what kind of material? But also over 200 calls and hopefully from managers, agents, and coaches themselves. You bet me any notable name and as a popular name bia Nima bia abem.
And at that point, Naket also keeping the cards close to the chest. So nobody in camp wants to put out any name. I remember yesterday at the hotel, I met him and I said, we had an unfinished business. He said, what was it? And I said, we are talking about the manager. I want you to give me a name. And he says, not at this stage. Why they can't put out any name is that it will have to be settled regarding how much the manager is going to pay and the readiness and preparedness of the nation to fork out that kind of money. We know that Otto was around $50,000. If what every Ghanaian is talking about, top-notch coach, the nation decides to go and pay like $150,000 or $200,000, and the minister says we don't have that kind of money, it will determine who we bring, to the fore. If you remember, years ago, the nation were eager to rope in Masai Desailly. Akua Danswa was then the minister for Youth and Sports at that time, Senator Akua Danswa. And she indicated that when Masai Desailly came and announced his figure, because he wanted $150,000 a month, not just that, he was bringing his assistants from England, and we had to also pay. So it was just over. The conversation was just over. So a lot will depend on our readiness as a nation to pay whatever amount the so-called world-class coach is ready to pay. I've heard a number of Ghanaians even suggest names like Mourinho and others. If Mourinho is available and he agrees to come and handle us, are we ready to pay $300,000, $400,000 a month? Some would say, if he's capable of leading us to an impressive World Cup outing, why not? But then the question arises that is the presence of Mourinho alone enough, considering the caliber of players that we have, to go out there and maybe go to the second, third, fourth round or whatever? Right. That is debatable.
Noted. But yes, say blacks and as a FA now at a 5-member committee be our concope coach and as a kikan.
Not to the best of my doubt.
Okay.
As I say, I don't like
akwasi apia so so ni apiem kumasi apa say the baby I had 71 days. We don't have the luxury of time. I be enka efi no enni akwasi ntina say. What's in komobisa?
It's all over. Me country here. As some way all over. And King, if me were the authority and I'm taking decision, I wouldn't even think twice, because Siapia would have come in handy. At this stage, for me, he's the most appropriate person to handle the team. But you see, it saddens me. I'm sorry you don't have too much time, but when I mention Siapia, I get a bit emotional because I hate the way
you are watching Citizens Vibe on Chairman TV. That is Kwabena Yaboa, sports that is intellectual. Sana mekano. We're a professional in sports. If you na or yes sports. Yes, one of my mentors. Yes, in media work. Now, Waka say Officiapia, he thinks we should take Officiapia as the next coach and forget about the rest. Or say thousands of dollars back on maybe no farmer Ghana, who the one who is competent is Officiapia that he is hoping to come. Others are mentioning Mourinho, others are mentioning a lot of coaches. There's over 200 coaches crown no more than Krataba because Ghana a hot kick. And per se, it's if for now for get this right, say the duty of the national coach of Ghana to do the any also see national say why in a year now. His duty is to motivate players and groom players for the Black Star. That is one of it. Two, he's supposed to qualify for international matches. That is African match, African Cup, and other tournaments, including World Cup. I qualify for African. And I think so. He needs to also go there and perform better. That is the duty again. So check rules now. Almost say he has found foul of it, and you have to also win international matches because another man can't ranking, FIFA ranking, so if you are not able to win international matches like he's lost in a role like that now, naturally say on to me, M1 now or mine ball boarding and Kosovo. This is the case. We are going to the World Cup, and we need to frighten some teams. Our performance need to be on top of it. It should be top notch. It should be something that is frightening and exciting and quality football. And I said, Kofu, send a bear, call World Cup now. Kofu because they are going to meet England and Croatia and other top teams in the World Cup, and just some few days ahead of us. Is it helpful for us to sack the coach at this time, or players that come on? So I should say a player factor. You can also bring your contribution. The day Ayu is there, Pate is there, Semenyo is there, Opong is there, Kalibrenchi, Benjamin. A whole lot of players are there. Benjamin Sarish in the post, Heart of Folk, local keeper, Obon Humoding, and Atizigi, and other people are there. Until you say, is it the performance of the players and I say coach, and Nakakoka coach, and I say what is the reason why the Black Star team is not performing as it's supposed to be? Coaches are almost Eddie Abba on the line. Let's see the suggested coaches. You have about 200 people have applied to coach Ghana. Say na Corona Yabua or Kayon because or no more Ben Ho or no or more NIO and Ho. Coaches are Ebinum Abba.
He's focused on his Sudanese job. Kwesi Appiah also actually went through kra and he completely out. But Kwesi Appiah and so the camp I'm making it emphatically clear. Say on also no omo ebese omo siki no omo focus on the Sudanese project. The Kwesi Appiah again also no e konko now. Heavy na de na e dey are most likely was ro saying sabe Canada tin say heavy na. The ama Saudi Arabia say official communique ba say omo na wie ni say opayin kese no e contract termination wa quick a be fa Ghana adwuma no by Saudi Arabia for so impre no ka say omo nya replacement into the omo nya replacement for the World Cup no omo timi nja heavy na say onko simple za into na ama heavy na de egusu konko no but somebody can catch on. He's a top priority of the Ghana Football Association, of course. The ministry, heavy no, or be the Ghana human bida or by as an assistant. In the terrain, one point a player's name, how bit me a forming up a solid system. I bit me a boy, it's me a G players into the new edge job no time by just say Saudi Arabia for any new year and heavy rena. It's making move no. To the senior city Black Stars, or the West Amman penny for director's course, or say, or you're ever willing, say Ghana, you will have a far, no, or the about this FIFA World Cup, now I sign up on the long term build of the Ghana Black Stars, and you come with air by a bra, heavy renard, Egusu Leke. Walid Agragu and in a camp are rejected. Kwesi Appiah so air in a little shine. The next coach are popping up. But no all seeking for a push for a team a coach. You refer no. That's Pixo Moximani. Uni Mirano. Aha, what did you masum pi? Kai El Ali. omuji omona so na omu compete very well at that highest level no you refer the pixel maximally na ya adwuma no kwan so because oye South Africa for coach remember cho imprempia you know ka say onu so oni team we are hearing so show the interest about the Ghana Black Stars job in him over 600 applications are kept a confirming say omo ensa kano one of the top giants of coaches or na omo applications ka on na refer the pixel Moximani enso eka wono nso onim dwumadie pii entinemre ene enkrabia ene bechere se e refer the pixel nso betimi abedi dwuma so because ono nso no obo ne humodin pii he's very tactically astute onim de otimi prepare the team very strong onim African terrain no onim how to build a stronger team and very competitive into the pixel enso adjoin now another name are popping up. But no, the possibility is very low. But yeah, tete on from me say, why not? Because you're a free agent. You're a friend of Joachim Low, the German trainer. Albert Kai say Germany 2014 World Cup. Omoche Brazil. And no more a come mako and soon Emma Brazil a team back on. You're a friend of Joachim Low and net bench. That time German machine clicking and come Brazil for no 7. And almost sure. That trainer now no okra the German national team me pa cho ni dino up on the surface and into guso leke because obe kai se ket e no kra ku e ka se o mefa coach a warene onim de pa until I say he the next Black Stars coach will be the person with the good record of having managed at a club level and hopefully at the national team level would be someone who has won trophies and generally would be someone who bring confidence to the changing room. And to get in comedy no kind no. And no, it's so do I say Joachim Low so take it up.
Okay, so you are watching Citizens Vibe on Chairman TV. Sanity and there share happiness in the Black Stars, the brouhaha around the staff coach Otu Ado. Others are saying he's not performing. He didn't just say a players. No, also I didn't try at the same. So be to me so after and I was send a message 0543736700. Now a back in kind amount of so fresh a beji was sooner. Ye never edi in kita. When I was watching about a coach Otu Aduna ye sacking no. We are supposed to compensate him because he terminating the contract. And if we don't do that due diligence to it, it means it's gonna be that judgment debt. That's a judgment debt. The baby chia amano no nisika taxpayers' money. So yan kasa na yan share. Say ya sacking no. Ebe boa. Yes, coach paying the young kofano so beating Rajin Chaba because nipa dodo na say Ghana for na ya kasa na coach ado why you see obekaya maybe na no ye sports on Chairman TV hanom say ma kan wasem coach ado obu full by a press conference e kan na dwe che Ghana for criticizing too much and still akwako we see ntino ye bisa say full fee anto atai nti ye na saying nti so betimi afre no so ache wadwene also contribute to the show. What should be done? Which coach should we choose? Players no, and they say technical bench you strengthening na play eboa players no. And I say motivation be and like I said the man. What is your take on this? Into another nipa back on no bobo power no bo ma house of folk and I feel so according as to Kotoko, friend Charles Banya Taylor, Bob Meteors, Black Meteors in our it's you know also yeah the Wakasa or one of the critics against gay coach Ado but my use the voice pen
hello
up to now. Hello
Pacho Chama TV ni
Pacho Pacho your friend saying Okasa fi
your friend me boa
you na coach na ya pam na ya na say enye na coach ben na opese de neba
coach na your friend coach the problem with coach you have a blaster area local league in the coach go players are more blaster to me the qualify players qualify because those days are not young crown have blaster no players so I say blaster na have no be blaster have no be because the players we they are all money you don't know them I have no be because those days I've been playing 20 the bomb of blast and blast and awful.
Okay, to
the coach.
players.
There is a young cassa. You go on to me a question at you. But I mean, for ability. You know, Bonnie first because then the two very effective for sure blaster in your film today. Then the two look at your football.
Okay.
Oh, says it here. Before I got every papa, I feel I'm a question here. You won't have blaster. Those local league, but I must say.
You into ɔsɛ Black Star team no first na abedi pele mu ne Antonio Boa mu ɔmo boya na ɔmo bɔ no ɔmo de ɔmo akoma ɔmo adwene ɔmo bibia that the former Black Star players Abedi and co that they played with their hearts out, they use their minds and soul and everything committed to the game, but also now they are done with the fista ɔmo bɔ kɔ ɔmo ani ɔmo bɔ ba ɔmo akyi but ɔmo ayɛ adeɛ ɔmo tumi qualify akɔ World Cup nti yɛnhwɛ Yaka, I didn't qualify Nigeria, qualify. Other top countries are not able to qualify even to the World Cup. So you to me, I qualify there. So let's put the pieces together and work hard with dedication and prayer with God. I think things are gonna work out well. You can also call the line 0543-736-700 and also comment on the program about the sacked coach to Adu. Is it his fault or is it the fault of the players? It's their coach Ben and our person about which coach or who do you want him to coach the Black Stars? Hello.
Master.
Your friend saying what Kasafi?
I'm a Kasafi Bob.
Your friend saying
Alasan.
Okay, Pacho Kasa.
Ka aini coach na sam na nilo kasa.
Fantastic. Okay, that's only corner boy. Okay. Now players see the only mistake on.
Was it a player and a money mistake?
Okay, you. So Omati, you that's it. Inshallah. Okay. Also wait me for 0543736700. Now so the wajin chair about they can't about the start coach the coach na ya pam na no I can't just some few days I ever call World Cup na ya pam no they say a coach for by come na ya boy say over 200 applications na baba da pono so send for epe Ghana some person coach Ghana in the World Cup na ye bisa sika so is involved akusa pia kwa say settle no ya settle na baba judgment them at the minus so am I say baby tia when tia so I been so bedem ni na ye nsema ekonkon so nti no aye say apam na keke at usika obeji about $500,000 here obeji egulu butu akofi no no yire akwakodi ene na mba ne busia nti no sa na tie nti apam no ba ebetua ne ka afen so coach ben na wo suggest say Ghana ye friend na obetumi aboa ebi msa kwisa pia says hello the enko go there ka enko ebi si say ebe kwa abonten there ka emble fie which mean the coach akwesi apia na ebi mfi say coach adu kwa hello obetumi aboa na Ghana etumi akoyeni because etumi koyeni mo World Cup na ibenya sika bebre aba oman ne mu afi nso nkofo be hunse Ghana soccer no ekoneni so a lot of players will be bought from Ghana if in the local league kola ina amoye yanga mo bobo na under 12 for academies ina ibenya market nti na nkofo per World Cup no it is a we call World Cup no side say you are also on the peak as also a high class soccer nation na say what is so nti se eba na saa ye nya se ye beboa na team na tumi akoneni na team no koneni ma ye benya sika afi nso ye beton Ghana as soccer nation to the world. That is how it is because football is the heart of the nation. Football rules the world. Nti no ye tumi ekoyeni ma very big market for Ghana soccer. Nti Charles Taylor wakasa afa ho yentie Charles Van Taylor sama for brother. Hello. Pacho, your first sign out kasa fi. Okay, when timi engine so nti wo betumi so afra 0543736700. Now so what share why you said coach bɛn ɛna wopɛ sɛ yɛkɔfa no ba yɛnkɔfa oburoni anaasɛ yɛnkɔfa ɛyɛ Akwesi Appiah Ghana coach no yɛnkɔfa no mmra anaa ho a yɛnkɔfa no ɛno coach Black Stars no because pɛ sɛ ɛkɔ yɛn hello yɛpɛ sɛ yɛkɔ yɛn anim na yɛn nso yɛtumi ɛkɔte Ghana anim ɛwɔ ɛyɛ World Cup no ɛmu nti no sɛ wontumi a yɛnhwɛ ɛyɛ Charles Taylor ɔno nso aka nsɛm bi afa ho yɛnhwɛ no afei deɛ yɛmfa
ɛna obi atumi yɛ bi
Wow.
hwɛ deɛ meka ne sɛ otuado ɛwɔ sɛ ada sɛ ɔbɛsake ne ho anaasɛ ɔbɛsake ɔmo di n'akyi nyinaa na ɔno nko ara de team no akɔ
na ka bi yɛ duru
Messi ɔno nko ara de team no bɛkɔ ɛno yɛ important since sɛ ɔde saa 8 member you know 13 no bɛka ne ho akɔ ukomfa so bi ani so mehwɛ match ɔmo ne Austria boy na kyerɛ me impact asa coaches na ɛwɔ n'akyi no obi ba a ɔbɛma no kra sɛ bɔ no ɔmo bɔ no hwɛ ha wa kyerɛ me o le kyerɛ me
me da ma hu sɛ bibi
okay yɛsɛ ɔkyena me a ɔnim kasa ɔse nana wasoma saa na ɛteɛ nti Charles Taylor wakasa ɔse former Black Patriots player ɔse wakasa you know a Black Stars hopeful wakasa ɔse ma ɛnyɛ Otuado nko a the whole bench of Otuado John Prince mo ma mo teka ne ho nyinaa technical team nyinaa Stephen Appiah mo nyinaa Weibers ɔse mo nyinaa ka ho ɛna team ne team perform na ɛyɛ coach Otuado nko a kyame adom ɔkyena yɛbɛtoa ɛyɛ citizen vibe no so na also between the wagye nkyerɛ aba wo pɛ sɛ wo market wo product bia on Chairman TV so line na ɛwɔ hɔ no wobɛtumi so afrɛ na ne wedi kita ho die sonko paa so Charles Taylor formerly of Accra House of Folk and Kotoko formerly of Black Meteors national team of Ghana no he says that it is not only Otuado who should be sacked but the rest of the technical team should follow him. That is what he is saying. I say no come on performance abysmal. Do you agree with him? Also, ɔkyena no yɛbɛtoa so na also wode wadwenkyerɛ aba na wo so waka no fɛfɛɛfɛ sɛ na ɔman yi bɛtumi akɔ n'anim nti ha wopɛ nso a Chairman ɛyɛ Media Institute so ɛfrɛ wo it is top notch Media Institute a sɛ wobɛdɔm a ɛbɛboa bebree wo communication skills no ɛbɛyɛ very sharp no sɛ megya taba a meto ama no wɔ sɛ wɔsisei no saa na ɛteɛ na metumi kasa na metumi yɛ nneɛma bi nanso ɛnɛ Chairman TV adaworo ma with the international platform so say na wo hwɛ me no saa na ɛkyɛ wotumi de wo baba wotumi de wo kunu aba wotumi de obusuani biara a ɔnani gye media wobɛko biara wobɛtumi de n'aba ebia later ɔba abɛyɛ lawyer ebia later ɔba abɛyɛ MP ebia te sɛ a lot of people ɛyɛ Suhini ana ɔwɔ radio go like ɔyɛ MP NDC MP anaasɛ Kojo Ɔpɔn Kuma former information minister ɔyɛ Ayerbi MP or the side and also Sano Joy FM and a lot of people. President John Amman is quite a communicator. So maybe you could become president one day because you have to think and talk accurately. The Chairman TV is the platform for the Chairman Media Institute, the most credible, reliable, and authentic media institute all over the world. Until baby, I will be able to be to me about a country, a couple of house of cry, Muna Tiki, Luka. Muna so abrika de say yayi sosi ci mun ke shanka sai kema ka zo cikin Chairman TV Media Institute wobɛtumi abɛyɛ house of presentation ayube kasa bi ɔpɛ sɛ woyɛ bi a platform ɛda hɔ ɛma wobɛtumi aba abɛyɛ nti no ha na mede dwuma de mbɛsi na mede nkyɛ kɛseɛ ɛkɔma CEO ɛyɛ Tony Serious ɛna afei sister Asha na Kwame ɛne ne new sister ɛna afei nso ɔsɔfo mu na ɔhema Batima mu best Dave na sɛ best Dave deɛ wɔhwɛ ɛna afei nso Ya Princess ɛna Franca EL Blanks and a whole lot of Chairman TV ɛyɛ adwumayɛfoɔ nyinaa no Francis mu yɛkyia obiara na ɛnadwi so let's talk sex at 10 the way to manage your relationship and your marriage for it to be successful sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a wokɔbɔ ka ɛnku because ya so be investing over another must spend your time energy in nara do adwene akoma nyina bema no na obese no be na pasa ama a very bad fata Chairman TV a platform a yusua de bebre tin obetumi adwene yen anajo also why have the theme of let's talk sex at 10 until the damasi be within the chataba or my do for SN bye bye.